All right, guys, it's the Gun Junkie here. In today's video, I want to talk about, giving tips on new gun owners or people that are thinking about becoming a new gun owner. So before we start the video, guys, just to let you know, the gun that I have here is not loaded at all. It's empty, and I never have it loaded. I take safety really serious, so I'm always looking out for these kind of things. When I'm cleaning my gun, when I'm doing the video, I take full safety precautions. I do have a loaded magazine, but this is just going to be part of the video. I have it all the way over here to the side, and I'll bring it up when it's necessary. So, what do I want to talk about? Now, in this video, I kind of want to explain to new gun owners not to do certain mistakes that I've seen other people do. And one of the big ones is when you purchase a gun, please do your research. Don't just buy a gun because someone says it's good on YouTube, someone gave this a good review. Do not do that, guys. If you like the review on it, then go to your local gun range. Most gun ranges have guns that you can actually rent out. So what I did when I purchased one of my first guns was I went to the gun range, Top Gun. I rented out the Canik TP9 SC Elite. I shot about 50 rounds. I bought one of the packs. I shot 50 rounds. I liked it. And then a few days later, I ended up buying it. And that's what I want you guys to do. Kind of do some research, shoot the gun first, and get comfortable with it. If you feel like it's a good grip, if it feels good, if you can shoot well with it, then do your purchase, okay? But you have to understand, when you buy a new gun, you have to break it in. Okay, those guns that you're using at the gun range as well, they're already broken into. They've had thousands of rounds in them. And the new gun that you have hasn't. It's still brand new. It still needs to be loosened out. And it takes time for that to happen. A few hundred rounds will eventually get it there. But only shooting it is going to get it there. Now this brings me to my second topic, guys. There's been a lot of new gun owners that I've recently talked to that have been shooting for about a month or two, and they already own multiple guns. Okay, and that's one thing that I kind of think about it, and am I like, why do you have so many guns? They binge buy guns, and I don't get that. That's one mistake I really recommend you guys not doing. Okay, if you're a new gun owner, buy a handgun, a shotgun, whatever you're gonna buy the one gun. Okay, just buy the one gun and get good at it. Get comfortable with it. Don't buy a bunch of guns and shoot them all, and then you just kind of rotate and rotate and rotate. You're never gonna get good at that. You're never gonna get good like that, I mean. And the thing you have to do is buying your one gun, putting hundreds of rounds, and getting comfortable with that one gun. Okay? Don't binge buy a bunch of guns, guys. I know that there are a lot of people there that they buy a gun and they're like, oh, we saw another gun on YouTube, and this one looks good, and then they buy it, and then they buy another one, and then they buy another one. They're just constantly shooting all different ones, and they never get used to the gun they're actually using for self-defense. And I met this guy too. He just bought the Hellcat. He says he saw all these good reviews online, and he didn't like it because it was too small. So he ended up selling it. And it's like, then why'd you buy it? Do your research first. Try it out. Don't just buy something that you think is cool because everybody's doing it. No. If you're a gun owner, you have to be responsible. You have to be smart. My suggestion is buy one gun. For me, the first time I bought a gun was a Glock 19. This was the second gun I bought. It was about a year apart before I bought the two. So what I did here is I bought my first gun, which was a Glock. People don't like, carrying a gun, but for me, the way I kind of got used to carrying a gun was carrying an empty gun, no bullets, no nothing. I just bought a really good holster, which I recommend you guys do. Buy a good holster, carry your gun. For safety measures, I kept a loaded magazine on my other pocket just in case of anything. And I got used to carrying a gun. After 6 months carrying that Glock, I ended up, carrying a loaded magazine. After about another 6 months, I ended up carrying one in the chamber. But between that 1 year, I took a bunch of classes. I shot my gun multiple times, and I got comfortable with that one gun because I got so comfortable with it. I felt like it was a part of me type thing. And after taking all those safety classes, all that good stuff, I learned how not to keep my hand in the trigger, to pull out my gun in a safe way. Every safety aspect I did, I learned well and I got comfortable with, and I eventually carried a gun, open carry, with a good holster. And that's one thing I want to talk about as well. Always have a good holster. Do not cheap out on a good holster, guys. If you're a new investor, if you're a new gun owner, invest in a good holster. That's the thing that I want you guys to understand. Do not buy one of those cheap Amazon holsters. Holsters are a big part of safety when it has to do in carrying a gun. So always invest in a good holster and a good belt. If you're going to carry a gun, do that. That's going to be a key part to being safe. And one thing that I want to say, besides, if you can't afford training, then there are YouTube videos out there. Practice with your gun, but always be safe. Dry fire. Do not put bullets in there. Keep the bullets in another room when you're practicing that. Learn how to be safe with the gun. Take all those safety measures and always get comfortable with the gun you have. After that, I ended up buying this gun. Then I carried this for about 6 months. I practiced it with it for 6 months along with my Glock. But what was the biggest practice for me? How did I get so good with guns and everything? I didn't spend on a bunch of different guns. What I did is I had 2 guns at the moment. The thing that I spend on the most, that I always recommend is to spend on, is ammo, okay? Ammo is the thing that's gonna get you up there with gun safety and understanding your gun. Why? Because the more rounds you put in here, the better you're going to get used to handling your gun, the more you're going to get used to the recoil, the more you're going to get used to the sound, the more you're going to get used to everything with your gun. Ammo is the biggest thing with owning a gun. It's the biggest things for training, because a gun don't work well without ammo. You have to get used to the ammo, and you have to put thousands of rounds in a gun so you can get comfortable with it. So you can get comfortable with the recoil, with handling your gun, with doing everything with your gun. It's going to be the ammo, okay? And ammo is expensive. I'm currently paying 33 cents per round. I know other people are paying 50 cents per round and paying all this. And yeah, ammo is expensive. But this is where your money should be invested in, not a bunch of guns. It should be invested in ammo, because ammo is what's going to get you to your training. It's what's going to help you get successful with your guns. And, I would say put in a few thousand rounds before you buy another gun. Okay, get comfortable with that gun, save your money, buy rounds, buy classes, buy targets, shoot the targets, and get comfortable with the gun, guys. Make these guns your own. These are a big part of our safety. And, people tell me all the time, why do you carry a gun? I mean, it's part of my safety. All right, I'm not going to rely on a police officer. Someone's breaking into my house, I call the police. The average time is about 3 minutes. By the time they get there in those 3 minutes, I can be killed. All right, 3 minutes is a lifetime when it gets to do with someone else having a gun and them being in my house. So I need exact protection at that moment. And I'm the only one who can give it to myself. When something's happening, if someone's running up to me, I can't call the cops and be like, hey, protect me. And someone's already coming here trying to rob me or shoot me. No, I need protection in my side, being safe with it, and learning how to use it. So that's kind of like the biggest thing I kind of want to talk about with new gun owners. Invest in safety, invest in ammo, only invest in one gun, and invest a lot of time in getting good with that gun, guys. I ranted on a lot, but that's kind of what I want to get off my chest, because it's something that I've kind of been seeing at the gun range. I've been seeing with a lot of people out there. And yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but I'm here to give you my thoughts and opinions. And if you like them, then hit the like button, subscribe, put down something in the comments below if you want to see some different types of videos. I will be doing more gun reviews because it's guns that I've already shot for years. And yeah, I mean, we'll talk about that in another video. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, guys, if you guys like anything, these videos are probably going to be suppressed by YouTube, because YouTube's a son of a gun when it has to do with guns. So yeah, I mean, we're here to be a community. At the end, we're here because we support guns and we like guns. So let's keep this community going. Let's keep it growing and let's get better at it, guys. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. So peace out.